सूरज आपके मुल्क से दूर हो गया है? कहाँ दूर चला गया है?
वो अब है ना दूसरी डायरेक्शन में चला गया कि वो रोटेट करता रहता है, तब दूसरे मुल्कों की तो बारी आनी चाहिए ना गर्मियों के लिए।
जमीन रोटेट कर रही है
जी।
जमीन तो साकिन है बेटा, जमीन तो जमीन रोटेट करती ही नहीं है, जमीन गर्दिश नहीं करती।
लेकिन हमें ज्योग्राफी में पढ़ाया जाता है कि अर्थ जो है वो सूरज का चक्कर लगाता है।
ये लॉजिक ये गलत है बेटा। साइंस की ये थ्योरी जो है ना, ये दुरुस्त नहीं है। असल जो थ्योरी है ना वो कुरान और हदीस वाली है।
बिल्कुल।
और आला हजरत जो हमारे ना इमाम अहले सुन्नत आला हजरत ने ये प्रूफ किया है कि जमीन साकिन है, यानी जमीन मूव नहीं करती, तो ये मूव नहीं करती। और साइंस कहती है कि जमीन मूव करती है। आला हजरत हमारे इमाम अहले सुन्नत ने कुरान से साबित किया है कि जमीन मूव नहीं करती। तो हमने बात कौन सी माननी है?
I'll try to keep on point, but just some things to mention very quickly that Allah makes very clear that is significant in the Quran is about these signs that are in the horizons, and the importance of us returning our vision to the heavens above and seeking insight in the days of confusion. Now, the whole point of the recording was to give this summary of the heavens, but I think it would be a shame if I did not do something similar for the summary of the earth. And so it'll be, well, it's shorter, so I'll just quickly go through that right now as well. So the earth, Al-Ard, is described in the Quran as level, stationary, expansive, something to reflect upon, terror, and center of all creation. So as you can see, this is a lot simpler, this summary, and I'm sure there will be questions on this. So yeah, the earth is something that is described as being level, firasha, a carpet, a place of rest, mahda. So mahda is used to describe a cradle, a bed, a grave. So again, people should try to picture these, you know, a carpet, a cradle, a bed, a grave. The earth is described as having been laid out, wada'aha. How do you lay something out? It's described as having been leveled, sutihat. So that one is definitely clear, sutihat, leveled. So how do you picture a carpet? How do you picture a cradle, a bed, a grave? How do you picture something being laid out? And you don't need to picture that last one because sutihat is leveled. So this is how Allah describes the earth, as being level. Allah also describes the earth as being stationary. So if you look at what other English words are synonymous with stationary, so you'll find words like, you know, something that is firm, that does not move, it's motionless. So Allah uses the word rawasiya, describing the mountains as being firm, but He also describes the earth as being qararan, yeah, a firm abode. So these are your examples of how the earth is described as basically being stationary. There's no evidence of it, of Allah describing the earth as moving, basically. There's nothing saying that it was tilted on an axis and then sent spinning in motion on a certain day of creation, spinning around the sun. There's none of this. So yeah, it's described as being level, stationary, and expansive. So if you look at these references, so you'll find the earth having a width, ardi. So this word ardi, why would Allah significantly describe the earth as having a width? Could have many. Allah, again, Allah does not say anything without a reason. There's a reason for absolutely everything that Allah utters in the Quran. So Allah describes the earth as having a width, ardi, as having been stretched, tahaha, as having been extended, madda, as having been widened, dahaha. So you can start to picture this earth as being something very expansive just on these words alone. Width, stretched, extended, widened, which, by the way, as it says here, is a verb and not a noun. So dahaha has been incorrectly translated as an ostrich egg being a noun, but Allah says a verb, and dahaha, just like Muhammad Hijab has said as well, the ostrich egg is false. So yeah, the earth is described as having a width, stretched, extended, widened, and ultimately, so bisaton, an expanse. So there's your clarification or confirmation, if you like. The words above are just supporting it being expansive, but finally at the bottom there, bisaton, Allah describes the earth as being an expanse. So that's the noun, if you like. So it is an expanse, and all the words above mentioned here support that. So something also to reflect upon for a people who reflect, yatafakkarun, so that they may reflect. So these are significant when it's mentioning the firm earth and the firm mountains. All of this, Allah makes it very clear that this is for people to reflect upon, to really think about. And almost coming to the end of the summary of the earth. So the earth is described as terror, as far as I can tell. So this one is not entirely clear, but Allah does say that the earth as being possibly like one of seven. So you can check out that reference. The word used is mithlahunna. So when Allah describes the sab'a samawat, so the seven heavens, then Allah also says, and the earth He made like thereof. So that is kind of, you could conclude that there's also seven. Allah knows best about that, but the word used is mithlahunna, so like the seven heavens. And then it's also mentioned that the earth as having a rich soil, so athara, which is basically where the word terror comes from, or at least it seems that way. I think people have said that, but athara is just like how we understand as the word extraterrestrial. That basically means something that is outside of our territory, our terrestrial territory, if you like. So the earth is being described. So if there is seven, it's possible the athara, terror, is the name given to the soil that we live on. Allah knows best, but it's there. The point is, it's there to think about. These aren't absolutely clear, but what is clear, most importantly, the earth is described as a container, as mentioned before, kifatan. And lastly, so in the summary of the earth, so the earth is, al-ard is described as being center of all creation, center of all creation. So now, amazingly, all of this comes from that one ayah that is used to support a spinning spherical ball, surprisingly. So that one word at the top there, yukawiru, is what people mistakenly believe to be a spinning spherical ball. But amazingly, the rest of the ayah produces so many gems, it's unbelievable. it completely destroys this mainstream narrative that we've been fed, that is in complete opposition of what Allah says in the Quran, how He describes the heavens and the earth. So have a look at this one. So yukawiru, so the center of all creation. So the earth is described as being the center of all creation, with the night and day coiling, spiraling. So if you look at yukawiru, it is definitely going round. So using words like round are fine, using words like circle are fine, but using spinning and rolling like a ball, or some of these are imposing things that aren't there. It's superimposition. It's contriving meanings that aren't there. So what is clear is yukawiru is something that goes round in a coiling or spiraling fashion. But if you're not sure about how it goes round, you just have to look at the rest of the ayah. So Allah says it goes over each other. So the night and day go round over each other, Allah, with the sun and the moon. So both of these celestial objects, both of these lamps, misbah, in the lowest heavens, sun and moon, ash-shams wal qamar, both of them are subjected to the heavens and the earth. It's all packed in this one ayah. Both the sun and the moon are subjected to the heavens and the earth. So that tells you that the heavens and the earth are the center of all creation, and that these celestial objects, these heavenly lamps in the sky, are going around us, as confirmed through Allah's words. If you look at this specific Quranic Arabic, the sun and the moon are subjected, sakhara, to as-samawati wal ard. This is all still in that one ayah, and we're not done with that ayah yet. Finally, so Allah says that this samawat and ard, so the heavens and the earth, that was created in truth, with all of them. So kullu, sailing around this circuit. So there's that word again that I mentioned before, yajri. So flowing, running, sailing. You'll find yajri, or is it tajri? Yeah, so yajri, sailing around this circuit. Tajri. So there is tajri and yajri. But anyway, they're all going around the heavens and the earth. And exactly as it says here, and Allah knows best. We're doing our best not to add, take away, nor interpret anything from the Arabic text. Allah forgive our mistakes and send us the right people to help us correct them immediately. And most of the time, it does feel like we're not the right people, or I'm not the right person to do this. But when no one's doing it, as is famously said, if not you, then who? If not now, then when?
The question here is, a lot of experts in AI don't share the same level of concern that you do about the dangers of AI.
Fools.
What
Famous last words.
What specifically do you believe that they don't?
Well, maybe we're in a simulation right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Sometimes it feels like that.
We need to be very conscious of is, what does this technology do to our primordial self? Because that primordial self needs to be nurtured by other human beings who have that nature. And, so this is very important in our time. And, to learn to use our technology very, very intelligently and very wisely. Of course, it gives us tremendous benefits. I'm able to be here because of technology. You're able to hear me because of the technology. We're being filmed on it, so I don't believe that I think we should be thankful for it. But at the same time, we have to know how to use it. And this is one of the things which, one of the great books on technology is Jacques Ellul. Right. This was one of our classics back in the old days. And Jacques Ellul warns about, how technology sets its own rules. It goes its own direction. And I think the Jacques Ellul's book is a little bit problematic because we don't want to make people so pessimistic, right, that they can't deal with the world they live in. But, we have to, and this is one of the things Ellul says, is that the massification of society is required for technology to have its march. So you have to break down significant religious and social groups who could apply principle.
Right.
And this is why also for us, as people that should be principled, we want to be principled, then we have to also learn about these things. How do they affect us? How are we going to use them? And to live in a way that's beneficial. How many of our people are destroyed on social media, right? Dr. Jackson, who many of you know, he said that social media is not going to leave us a single leader, a single value, a single principle.
I thought it wasn't real. Your mind makes it real. If you're killed in the Matrix, you die here? The body cannot live without the mind.